But now we will watch and learn exactly what went down on that Sunday at RBC. We'll start with the winner, Wesley Ryan. What can we learn from his putting? We already know that it's one of the best.
I did mention earlier that he led the Web.com last year in putting, tremendous putter. And let's show you right here, before we even roll it, why he is a great putter. One good reason. He is prepped for success. What I mean by that is his eyes are above the ball. His hands are directly below his shoulders. His knees, feet, forearms, everything is aligned perfectly square. He has eliminated any real possibilities of bad mistakes before he even takes it away. And let's see what happens once he rolls it. Look, everything is just really textbook perfect and, like I said, prepped for success.
Well, you don't have to counteract anything if you got it set up all correct. So moving on to Ollie Schniederjans, and what I want you to take a look at is this green and exactly where that hole location is. You can tell it's in the front and there's a little peninsula. A lot of people get tied up into that front part of the green and the pin, and that's where they want to land it because they want to try to keep it below the hole. In certain instances, it's actually better to take the error out by going long. So go ahead and roll this and you'll see the fat part of the green is actually past the hole. So most of the players yesterday were trying to hit it beyond the hole, and then if you got some spin back, that's great, but that's where the width of the green is. That's where you're going to have less room for error and put yourself in a better position.
That's great, because honestly, at his age, I saw pin and that's it, even on tour, and I cost myself a lot of issues. Speaking of costing yourself a lot of shots, Dufner putted not so good, and that's putting it very nicely yesterday. And what he does is he tends to get quick, nervy. So this is a good thing for him. Maybe he can learn from this and learn from his mistakes, and it's a good idea for you guys at home. Learn from your mistakes. When you have a bad round, what do? Watch Dufner. He gets short, quick, cannot square the putter face open, jabby stroke. So he can look back at this, say, this is my tendency. Next time he's in contention, I'm going to smooth it out. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm not going to do what I know I tend to do, and that's drop the putter like that.
It's not like drop the mic. The drop the putter was not a good thing.
No, it's kind of the opposite of dropping the mic.
All right, moving on to Luke Donald. Found himself in a little bit of trouble, but we need to go over punch shots and chip out shots because it happens in golf. So go ahead and roll this. I want you to keep an eye on his turn because we're going to take a closer look of this in slow motion. I think the tendency, speaking of knowing your tendencies, is to get armsy, not taking into account that the body is still what moves the golf shot, even though it's a shorter shot. So watch the connection between the hands and the chest. Look at how that shoulder turn, he's almost to 90 degrees right there, just on this little swing. And then again, on the way through, the movement is coming from the entire upper body. It's not hands, it's not arms, it's the body that's moving that club. So a lot of times on punch shots, we tend to get a little bit armsy. Important to continue to use your whole body.
It's almost like he had it up in his chest and he hit it like that with his body.
A good little drill.